Now, what is Huntsville Con? Well, Huntsville Con is a one-day Comic-Con / pop culture convention that takes place in Huntsville, Alabama every year, and it consists of cosplay, Smash Bros tournament, several different vendors selling, you know, pretty much anything, toys, games. It seems to have a little bit more of an emphasis on comics and things of that nature, which is why most of the inventory that I'm going to be bringing is comic and graphic novel based, with tons of graphic novels, volumes, and omnibuses, statues, busts, toys, and figures. Now, my goal as a vendor at this convention is to make at least $500 profit after all expenses. My lofty goal, though, my kind of pipe dream goal, is to make at least $1,000 profit. So one of the most tedious parts of this entire process when preparing for a convention is pricing everything. And I'm working on pricing tons of stuff and getting it into boxes. I have a spreadsheet that I'm working on as I price stuff. And of course, I'm using eBay to price stuff. Now, what I do to get the price is I take some of the most recent eBay sold listings as well as eBay current listings, and I find a listing that most closely matches the thing that I'm selling. I find the most fair price that I can find on eBay, and then I take off around 10 to 15% off of that price. 7 of these kind of small Walmart, small Lowe's size boxes. We've got 2 of these 12 by 12 boxes, and then we've got 2 medium size Walmart boxes. So between all the boxes, there's about 445 items of inventory that we're bringing to the convention. Bringing a little bit over $8,000 worth. It took a little while, but I finally got everything packed up, ready to go, and I even had a little extra room in the back of the truck to fit a little bit more inventory. And by the way, I apologize, you hear Link barking in the background because he's an asshole. It's 5:25 in the morning. We're both half asleep, half dead. But it's time to head to Huntsville, Alabama. We got a 2-hour drive ahead of us. As when we get there, we're gonna get to the hotel and figure out what the hell we got to do next.
Surprise! Get that cone out of my face!
For the convention. Space-wise, it's a little tight. We were able to get one more table in here. We were able to get a utility shelving unit in here. We got all the inventory in. So our next step is to start unpacking everything, figure out how the hell we're going to organize all this stuff and how the hell we're going to display everything effectively. Just spent the last at least 2 hours unpacking everything, getting everything set up and organized. It took a while, but I think everything's looking pretty good. So we're all set up, man. We're all set up. We got 10 minutes until the doors open for the main crowd. Yeah. So we're just chilling, waiting to see how this goes, dude. I'm gonna be honest, Chris, I'm a little nervous, man. I'm a little nervous because I've got, you know, probably, I have to think about what my expenses are, but I'm probably gonna have at least $300 in expenses. And so that's how much I gotta make to break even. So I'm a little nervous, dude.
I'm optimistic.
I like your optimism. I need that optimism right now.
first sale of the day, a popped figure for $15. That is officially our first sale at the Huntsville Con convention. Chris, are we going to get more sales today?
We're going to get at least one more sale today.
And we're what? We're 25 minutes in, something like that? 20, 25 minutes in? Okay, so we're roughly 2.5 hours into the con, and we finally crossed $100 in sales.
Yeah.
Not great. I'm a little worried, but we still have like 5.5 hours left. So there's still hope to do better, but I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little deflated right now. So here's the situation. This convention as a vendor has not really been a success. It's been kind of a disappointment so far for me, and it's not anything against the convention. I've only made about $180 in revenue so far, and I brought about $10,000 worth of inventory, and there's only 3 hours left at the event. So I don't know. It's not looking good. I don't know if it's that I just didn't bring the right kind of inventory that people's looking for. I'm not really sure, but there's 3 hours left, so I'm still holding out hope that we can bring in a little bit more revenue. So we're gonna keep our fingers crossed. Hour. We have 1 hour left at Huntsville Con. I did make another $100 on some Nintendo Powers, so we're up to 280 in revenue. Yeah, 280 in revenue, which is not good. It's not good, especially considering how much time I spent preparing for this convention. You know, how much work and time that went into it. But there's still an hour left. The day is pretty much at an end. There's 10 minutes left, but we're gonna go ahead and start packing up.
Okay, everybody. So obviously the convention is over. I'm back home. It's actually been a few days since the convention has ended. So, you know, I've kind of gotten everything put back in storage, put all my inventory back, all that good stuff. Now, the total revenue for the convention was right at around $320, which is not good at all. Now, my expenses, because I don't have any money in the inventory, my expenses came out to around, I think somewhere around like 80 something, 90 something bucks with gas and food. So I'm netting a profit of probably around $200 total, which is not great. The reason that that's not great is because, you know, obviously the day of the convention, that was a 17-hour ordeal. Me and Chris left at 5 a.m. We weren't back until 10 p.m. So we were going at it nonstop for 17 hours. And not to mention the roughly 2 weeks of prep work that I spent after work every day preparing for the convention, pricing stuff, figuring out what I'm going to bring, packing it all up, planning for the convention. It was a lot of work. And all of that work wasn't worth a profit of $200. Not anything close. But I'm going to turn a negative into a positive. So I'm going to try to look at the positive things. So positive thing number one, me and Chris had a fantastic time at the convention. We had a lot of fun. It's fun being a vendor. Sure, it's a lot of work, but it's fun. We enjoyed ourselves. We got to meet some cool people, interact with some cool people. I think what went wrong, and I want to stress this, I don't think it had anything to do with the event itself, because there was a fair bit of foot traffic all day long. They had pretty good attendance. There was steady flow of people in and out the door all day until about the last couple hours when things slowed down. I think where the problem was is the inventory that I brought. The people attending this convention did not seem to really care about graphic novels, toys and figures from DC and Marvel and other properties. They didn't seem to care about that at all. As we were at the convention vending, I noticed most of the attendees were younger, and a lot of them were dressed in cosplay, and a lot of the cosplay appeared to be anime. So I think that if I had brought anime DVDs, Blu-rays, and manga, however the hell you pronounce it, if I had brought that type of inventory, I think I would have done a lot better. So this is going to be a learning experience for me. And the main thing that I learned here is that I need to research these small one-day conventions well ahead of time in more detail, the ones that I've never gone to before, so that I can try to determine what the correct type of inventory will be to bring. And if I just can't figure it out, I'm going to bring a little bit of everything that I have. Games, toys, movies, anime, the whole 9 yards. And then hopefully with enough variety, I can make some money. So yes, I was disappointed, but at the end of the day, it's not the end of the world. And I'm going to learn from this experience and do better in the next vendor experience, which will be Southeast Game Exchange 2023. And I cannot freaking wait. And I can't wait to take you guys on that journey with me